Now, since the beginning of the year, an Ohio nurse will spend time in prison for hiding cameras inside of his ex-girlfriend's 11-year-old daughter's room and bathroom. A judge in Columbus sentenced Brian Trissel to at least 4 years in prison. Trissel had raised the girl since she was 18 months old and acted as a father figure. There were tense and emotional moments during sentencing.
Nobody acts like that in my courtroom. Period.
I apologize.
It's going to stay this way. Have a seat. And do not interrupt me again.
I just, anger that someone I trusted like that could do something like that to my daughter when we had a family.
The judge said Trissel could get out after 9 months if he behaves. And now Stanley Cups are popular with people, and thieves like them too. Butler County deputies said 2 women and a man stole more than $2,000 worth of those cups and bog bags from the Dick's Sporting Goods store in Liberty Township. We first had this video last week, and tonight we know all 3 are now in jail. We told you about Tanika Brown and Sinaj Williams. Now Damone Maston is behind bars. Investigators say they found him in a car with a gun and more stolen merchandise. They are all from Dayton. Center 7 forecast. And Nick, we were just talking, it's been pretty hot out there recently.
Yeah.
But it's actually been hotter in the past. This isn't the worst.
Yeah, so we like to look at spring as March 1st to May 31st. Mm-hmm. So right now, technically, as of today, it's meteorological summer. We like to look at that based on temperature cycles. But looked back at spring, and it was actually one of our warmest springs on record. We came pretty close to actually breaking the warmest spring ever. So we look at the mean temperature, which is the average of all the high temperatures each day and all the low temperatures each day. We crunch all that together, and then we average all that out. It came out to be 57.5 degrees was the mean temperature from March 1st to May 31st. That goes down as the second warmest on record. The warmest was back in 2012. The mean temperature, not much warmer, at 57.9 degrees. And many of you likely remember that the summer that followed that spring was quite warm across the area. Hopefully, we don't have a repeat of that once again. We'll take you out to Live Doppler 7 this evening. Most of this rain is really scattered, but if you're out traveling, sure is enough to cause a few inconveniences for you, especially if you're, say, traveling up I-75 there from Shelby into Auglaize County. Also, if you're down in Clinton County, they're traveling along I-71 into Greene County. Otherwise, everybody else, it's really light and scattered, just enough to have to hit the wipers a couple of times out there. Now, if you are heading out to the Troy Strawberry Festival tomorrow, the best chance of rain looks to be early in the day, mid-60s at 8 o'clock in the morning. So if you're heading out there first thing, you might want to take the rain gear. Midday, I think we actually catch a bit of a break. And then into the afternoon, any showers that we have look relatively light and relatively isolated. So again, our best chance in the morning should just keep that rain gear with you just in case. And we can actually use the rain. I know that's sometimes not necessarily the nicest thing to say on a weekend, but our pollen counts continue to remain very high. In fact, the total count over 6,000, approaching 7,000, with tree and grass pollen leading the way. Weed pollen is also pretty high as well. Currently, mold pollen not checking in with the current level there. If you want to get outside and cut the grass over the next couple of days, tomorrow might be a bit wet to do that, so you might be able to get out there and do it, but if you did see some heavier rain at times today, maybe not the best of days to do that. Monday, we're looking at a really dry day, other than about a 10% chance of a straight pop-up. It's also going to be one of our warmer days over the next 7 days before better chances for showers and storms return Tuesday into Wednesday. Also, we're going to crank up the humidity, and as we move into next week, you factor in highs in the middle 80s and dew points in the middle to upper 60s. That's going to start to make it feel more like summer, and that heat index could get pretty close to 90 degrees, especially as we get towards Tuesday. So here's Futurecast. Again, scattered showers during the morning hours tomorrow. And then as we get into the afternoon, that rain coverage looking a little bit more isolated. As you see, even a few breaks in the clouds. So we'll have to catch a little bit of sunshine for your Sunday afternoon. Monday, we're looking dry. We get you into Tuesday. There's a chance, especially I think later in the day, of a couple of showers or thunderstorms. But the best chance for rain over the next several days looks to be on Wednesday. And that could come through in a couple different waves of showers and storms. Now, I'm not necessarily anticipating severe weather with that activity, but we'll keep an eye on that as we get closer. Your Storm Center 7-day forecast shows highs in the middle 80s from Monday and Tuesday. A little cooler Wednesday and Thursday with those showers and storms. And Kayla, look at that, by the end of next week, highs back in the lower 70s.
Thank you, Nick. And today, the historic boat